Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Amber Vine, I'm 29 and recently became a new mum to a beautiful baby girl called Poppy, and I've started my YouTube channel for some helpful videos, things that I learned during my pregnancy, things that I experienced, but more importantly to show off our little adventures and places that we take our little baby girl to on family days out, and basically just to document them and give our opinion on whether it's worth going there or not. So we literally just got back from our first ever weekend away as a family. We went to a place that's very dear to my heart. It's called Looe in Cornwall. That's Looe. And my nan and granddad live there, and we used to go there since I was a baby every summer for a good couple of weeks in the summer holidays, me, my sister and my mum, and we just used to have the best time. There was so many little beaches that we used to go to. There was things like Trago Mills, and just it hosted a whole load of memories. And going back there, I mean, I haven't been since I was a teenager now, and it was like a time warp. Very little has changed in my nan and granddad's house, and it was just such nostalgia. Like, even the photos on the bathroom wall were the same, and I was so happy that not much had changed, because it was things that I didn't even know that I remembered, and it just unlocked so many happy memories. And she's got a great view. She lives up a cliff, which is really stressful. I used to cry the whole time that my mum would drive up this cliff, because there's literally, like, you got the car, and as you go in, it doesn't even look like a car is going to fit up the road. And then you've got like brick walls sticking out, and you've got cars sticking out, and there's literally about, I'd say, 2 inches either side of the car leeway. So going up there is super stressful, and if you put one tyre wrong, then you could go over the edge. And my nan still promises me that only one car ever went over the edge, but it did cause drama. And to be fair, my husband, he is such a good driver, and he went up there straight away and wasn't even that scared, and I was literally there like, whoa, and I was panicking, but I didn't cry, which is a step up from when I was a kid. So yeah, there was just it was so stunning, and going back there, just it was like I said, a time warp. And the town itself is really lovely. It was so much busier than I remembered, and apparently it has got busier and busier over the years, and especially because of COVID, like, loads of people were looking for places to go in the UK instead of going abroad. And so this quiet little town not far from Liskeard and Polperro was, well, it was a hidden gem, really, and now more people know about it, and it's so lovely that more people are going there, which it's nice, but at the same time it was really busy. So many of the shops haven't changed. Like, the famous Cornish pasty shop that we used to love is still there, still making amazing Cornish homemade pasties. My favourite ice cream shop that's still there, still making amazing ice cream. The seagulls, they're a bit ravenous now. Like, we got these pasties, and we went and we sat on the beach, and the beach was a bit too quiet, really, because they started off with like a few sitting around us, and then they were just getting closer and closer, and then there was like, they were ballsy as well. They literally were coming so close, and I was there ready with like my beach brolly, like ready to fight them off in case they came near Poppy. And it was quite stressful, really. Scoffed the pasty, then we went for a little walk in the sea. We took Poppy for her first ferry ride, which is something we used to love to do. And it was also mine and my husband's wedding anniversary, and she was such a good girl. She literally slept throughout the whole meal, so we both had an amazing meal at the Harbour Moon Inn, and we both got to eat them hot, and I didn't have to stop mid-meal to breastfeed, and it was just really good, and I can't believe how good she was. It was a 4-hour drive from where we were in Wales, and she slept more than halfway on the way there. And then obviously we wanted to wake her up every couple of hours to stretch her legs and stuff, get her out the car seat. So she woke up in perfect timing, and we gave her a stretch, we gave her some milk, gave her a bum change, got back on the road, and she nodded off again. And she only woke up like half an hour away from our destination, and that's because we were in traffic and it had got a bit warmer then in the car. So I think she was just a little bit restless. She never really sleeps for 4 hours during the day, which is why we left quite early in the morning. But I was so nervous about taking a newborn. Well, she was turned 8 weeks while we were away, but I was really nervous about taking her on a long drive, which is why we haven't been to see her other grandparents in England yet, because they're some of them are 4 hours away and the rest of them are nearly 6 hours away. So we thought, oh, we'll go to Cornwall, tied it in for a little weekend away for our wedding anniversary and for her 2-month birthday. And then we thought, right, we're going to see the other grandparents at the end of August. So it was almost like a little trial run, even though we're going to be going there anyway. But we learnt leaving early in the morning is best, because on the way home we left that little bit later. And she was quite restless for the second half of the journey. Again, she slept a good halfway, 2.5 hours. And then, yeah, she just wouldn't go back to sleep after that. So I think when we go next time on a long drive, we'll definitely leave early in the morning, because she normally wakes up, has a feed, goes straight back to sleep. So on the way there, that's what we did. We woke up, gave her the feed, and then snuck her in the car, and then she was just perfect. So yeah, we've learnt leave early in the morning is best. So we know that the trial run worked, because we know what we can do to improve our journey next time. All in all, she was really happy baby, enjoyed her little weekend away. The Airbnb we had was lovely, and I use Airbnb to book all of my stays, because it's just, I have a lot of confidence in the app and everything, and you can know what you're going to get. So if you want the whole place to yourself, it's great. If you want a hot tub, you can put that in. Obviously we didn't really need those sorts of things, we just needed it to be close to my nan this time, and it was perfect. It was just what we needed. The woman we stayed her house was just lovely. She was very accommodating, and she met Poppy and she loved her, and for a stranger, Poppy was oddly happy with her. Like, she fell asleep straight in her arms. I was like, oh, I don't know if she was particularly tired, but she was very happy with Hazel. Yeah, so I'm gonna put our little compilation of videos and pictures here now, so I hope you enjoy them. I hope you enjoyed our little compilation. So that was our first weekend away in Looe, Cornwall, and some of the highlights was definitely seeing the Looe gin distillery. I'm a big fan of gin, well, at least I was before I was pregnant. I still love it, I just can't have it as much while I'm breastfeeding, and I think that was one of my highlights, seeing the homemade Cornish pasty shop we used to love and the ice cream shop I used to love were definitely two more highlights. Obviously seeing the grandparents, but in terms of highlights for nostalgia, it was the fact that there was the detail as well. Like there was one little joke shop and still has the Betty Boop life, like human size, it's not really a statue, but like figurine outside the front, and I was walking down the harbour thinking, gosh, like so little has changed in 15 years, and I just can't believe it. So it just goes to show, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And it was a really lovely weekend away, and we can't wait to show you our next one. Right, so thanks for watching Poppy's adventure. Have a nice day.